safe at a home because of the Indian Armed Forces, which always stay greatly at our crease for the protection of 130 crore Indians. In this video, I am going to tell you a lot about Indian Armed Forces. Basically, Indian Armed Forces is divided or comprised of three divisions, we can say. The first is Indian Army. This is the part one of the India Power series. Okay, and in the next video, I am going to tell you about the part 2. And second is Indian Air Force, and the third is Indian Navy. These are well known to all of us, but today I am going to tell you a lot more about Indian Army, its conflicts, its operations in the past, and about it, that how many soldiers are there, so a lot more. If you like my work, then please subscribe my channel, and if you really like my video, please like my video. Indian Army was founded on April 1895, approximately 125 years ago. Their motto was service before self, as they usually do. They keep their country first, in fact, of themselves, their family, or their personal concerns. And their role is in land warfare. On 15 January, we celebrate the Army Day, and it is a proud moment for all of us. The President of India is the Supreme Commander. He is the Supreme Commander of the Indian Army. As we talk about the size of Indian Army, then there are 12,36,117 active troops and 9,60,000 reserve troops. Their mission, what is their mission? We should know that their mission is to ensure national security and defense, and also to maintain peace within the borders. Now let's that is the Indian National Army. From where does it come from? What is the history of it? The history of it is that the Indian Army originated from the East India Company, and later on it was also known as the British East India Company. And upon independence, it was that same army, according to in the Britishers' time, which is now serving as the Indian National Army. Now let's talk about the independence. Upon independence, where new countries were formed, India and Pakistan, 10 of the 4 Gurkha regiments were transferred to the British Army, and then the Gurkha regiments which were left were divided equally between the newly formed countries of India and Pakistan. About the major operations and the great work done by our Indian Army in the past. Okay, so in the 20th century, the Indian soldiers played a very crucial role in the British Army by performing in the 2 world wars. 1.3 million soldiers participated in World War I, which was from 1914 to 1918. As we talk about the Second World War, now, then firstly there was no plan of Britishers to make Indian Army participate, but at the end 1,40,000 men were trained. In additionally 44,000 men who were at that time performing in the British Army also were trained. So British Army took a very well advantage of the Indian power, Indian soldiers in the 2 world wars. Okay, and you must be wondering now that what are Gurkhas? So for your knowledge, I want to tell you that Gurkhas are the special soldiers which came from Nepal, and they were very high skilled soldiers. Adolf Hitler also said that if I would have Gurkha soldiers, I would have some regiments of them, then I would have win the world war. So you can see that, you can see the power of Gurkha. The independence came the Indo-Pakistan War of 1947. It started something around 22 October 1947 and lasted till 5 January 1949. Exactly, we can say 1 year, 2 months, 2 weeks lasted long it was. It was started by Pakistan. In the other hand, it was started by Pakistan in Kashmir. Then the Prime Minister sent the Indian Army to help Kashmir. Then Jawaharlal Nehru went to UN for its approval. For its basically concern, we can say he went, and the UN and the decision of the UN was the UN ceasefire line of 1947, which came to known after the line of control after 1982. Okay, and one more thing, that UN announced that 1/3 of Kashmir is to be governed by Pakistan, and the remaining, which is the main Jammu Valley and the Jammu, is to be concerned, is to be related, it is controlled by India. So it was also one of the, it was the most right, it was the most we can say that starting war of for the Indian Army. Independence also, there were many states or regions, which we can say, which were totally confused that whether to sink in Pakistan or India, or they had the right to make an independent country also. And there was a case of Hyderabad in this. Okay, and so that Hyderabad can be dissolved in India, Indian Army launched a operation. The name of the operation was set to Polo. Its date was 13 to 18 September 1948. Due to this, Hyderabad was made a state of India. And Goa, Daman and Diu were also made union territories of India by launching Operation Vijay on 18 to 19 December 1961, and the location was Daman, all the regions of Goa, Daman and Diu from the Portuguese. I want to tell you one fact. Do you know that many of us would argue that Portuguese were the last to set free India. Yes, because as they had traded the centers of Goa and Daman Diu as their whole trade, but Indian Army set them free from the Portuguese and they were made the Union Territory of India. And then arises the Sino-Indian War of 1962. It was a big dispute over China, as both territories claimed in the other lines. Their perspectives were not same, and due to this, a war was formed. A warlike condition was fought. The dates were mainly 20 October to 21 November 1962. It was a 1 month, 1 day war, and yet we can say that India was defeated, as the Indians had to go back from their claim, and the LAC was formed. Yet India Army was defeated, but it gave an Indian Army to rise. It gave the Indian Army to enhance their skills, and due to this, Indian Army became more better and more stronger than it was. Again taken out the Kashmir conflict, and the Indo-Pakistan War of 1965 was fought. The main land was Indo-Pakistan border border, and the dates were, I could not remember the exact date, but it was from August to 23 September 1965. The result, I cannot say. Actually, both sides claimed victory. There was no territorial changes or there was no land gone from India. Yeah, but India won in one situation, as India had the power of the German and the Russian weapons, basically tanks. And then came the Bangladesh Liberation War of 1971 in East Pakistan. In East Pakistan, Pakistan people treated the people. They discriminated the people very much. And then the East Pakistan people gone to the India to make them freed, and Indian armed forces made a new country known as Bangladesh. Yeah, there was a massive destruction by Pakistan, but we didn't stop and we won at the last. There was one more historical event, that is the capture of the Siachen Glacier. That's the capture of Siachen Glacier in 1984. Pakistan intrusions were there, but we refilled the mountain peaks of Siachen Glacier through Operation Meghdoot. It was very historical event for India. Okay. The most known war in Indian history that every Indian knows, but I want to still provide extra information about this war. The Kargil War of 1999. I think you should know that the Pakistani army captured the most important strategically important peaks, such as the Tiger Hill in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Then Indian Army, as well as a main contribution was from Indian Air Force. They freed the peaks of Indian land. Yet there were many casualties of Indian Army, but at the last the trophy was gone to India. And then the latest strikes, not latest, because Indian army is always situated on the border to maintain peace and protect us. Surgical strike, you might have always, it is very known, it is also very known. What happened was that Pakistan destroyed our army bases. So we entered the LOC and destroyed the bunkers in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So I think India Army has done a very great job. We can't even imagine that if we would go, and then if I would talk about personally, then I would not go. I would have a very great fear in my mind. But the army men never think about it, that they would have a very fear in their mind that their life is on the way. And then at the last came the United Nations peacekeeping missions. India has been the largest contributor to these missions. In total, there have been 43 missions in which India participated, in which more than 1,60,000 soldiers participated. You might have wondering that what are United Nations peacekeeping missions. So they are the special men, they are the special forces, which I can say, who always solve the conflict in a country, whether it is a terrorist attack or there is a military strike. When the a country is unable to control, or the situation is out of control. Thank you, everyone, not everyone now, but all the corona warriors, all the men, women who are contributing in the development of country, in the development of world. And especially special thanks to army men. If we say that what is the need of them, they all go to the border and then hold a gun in their hand and stand. So I would be shy of myself. I would be will not be proud. I would feel very sad that I spoke these words. My tongue spoke these words. Yeah, because that is not the thing that they go and shoot the enemies, but it is the bravery that they show. Okay, thank you everyone for watching my video. Hope you like my video. Please subscribe my channel, as well as please press the bell icon.